The moment when Jasper asked me to give a presentation regarding this subject, I almost immediately could understand why he would ask a composer for media to give a presentation regarding this subject, because compassion is part of the foundation of the work I do day in and day out. And it's not like that I go into my studio and think, well, let's write some compassion today. But having Jasper link the compassion to my work opened up my eyes. And hopefully for today I can open yours as well and give you a brief look into my world. First of all, I'd like to start off with an introduction of myself. So I'm a composer for film and media, and I'm actually the guy that is responsible more or less for the emotional reaction of an audience to a film through music. Let me see. I was born and raised in a musical family. My mom, she's a French horn player in the Royal Concertgebouw Orchestra. And my dad is a conductor who has conducted orchestras all over the world. So for me, there weren't that many other options than choose a career in music as well. So at the age of 14 or something, I started writing music, and I hooked up my keyboard to my computer and creating music using those ways. Has never let me go since that moment. And movie soundtracks always spoke to me at the time. Movies, scores from movies as The Pirates of the Caribbean, and especially the Lord of the Rings, Star Wars, etc. really resonated in my heart. But it wasn't until a few years later that I started to explore film composition myself. And I still remember the magical moment when I put my very first notes to picture. And I was amazed on the power of what music could have to alter a feeling of a scene and guide a movie into a certain direction. So from that moment on, I knew I had to do something with that magical discovery. So I started to study composition for the media at the Utrecht School of the Arts. And during this period, I got in touch with LA-based trailer music company Boomerang Music, and they worked on the biggest Hollywood blockbuster film trailers at the time. And at the time I was a student, and Hollywood was, it was a dream, but it was so far away. So receiving an email from a guy like that was like a dream coming true. And after 4 years of studying, I decided to go all in on trailer music, and which has resulted in the following portfolio with two. I'm pretty proud of that, but The Imitation Game won an Oscar as well as Ida. And perhaps Tonio will win the Golden Calf today or something. It's also using my music, so that's that's actually a bit of my background. Then I'd like to show you a brief look or enlighten the power of music in media, how this works regarding me. I think the combination of music and film is one of the most effective ways of storytelling. I think it's exactly that combination that makes you sit on the edge of your seat while watching Jaws and grab for your tissues when Rose has to let Jack go after the Titanic has sunk. Let me see. Yeah, the power of music is that it can take you on an emotional journey, whether you want it or not. And during my study, I learned how to make use of that power and take people to places they never have visited before, emotionally, hopefully. I was not sure to what extent you could feel compassionate about a bottle of water, but when Spa asked me to write music for their commercial, I had to come up with a musical idea that could present the brand and, of course, it's the thing that they're selling, the bottle of water, in a way that it's not just a bottle of water. So to show you what I've done, I'll play you the.
When life came, I tried to run. Everything changed. Hope. Courage. Love. Rise from darkness to light.
Spa, op het leven.
So, the challenge was, of course, to come up with some sort of idea to make you believe that it's not just water. And we came up with the idea that spa or water is an essential part of our lives. And I think, especially for this commercial, music really grabs the core of the story we're trying to tell. Let me see. So this applies to roughly all types of media. This was a commercial, but the thing I'm working for on trailers, it's more or less the same. But for trailers, it's a bit more easy because people tend to enjoy. People usually get a bit annoyed maybe by commercials because they want to continue their show, and people tend to enjoy an upcoming film more than the next big thing in shampoo world or something. So that makes my job a bit more easy, but still the same principles apply. We have a purpose, and that's to sell the movie. And the next thing I want to show you is a trailer I've done for the film Night of Cups, and I think the trailer illustrates in a nice way how music can sell the thing, because I think the trailer doesn't give you really give you much away of the story. So the selling point should come from a different angle, and I believe in this case it's the music that sells. And well, here it is.
All those years, living the life of someone I didn't even know.
Let me tell you about you. I want to make you rich.
You see the palm trees? They tell you anything's possible.
No one cares about reality anymore.
Different these days. What's going on with you?
I can't remember a man I wanted to be.
Just don't threaten me with leaving, okay? Just do what you want to do.
You don't want love. You want a love experience.
They are like flavors. Sometimes you want raspberry, then after a while you want some strawberry.
You have love in you. I know it.
Blind. Suppose it isn't there for me. I was afraid when I was young. Afraid of life. One pays for it.
Once the soul was perfect and had wings and could soar into heaven.
You gave me peace, joy, love. Find your way from darkness to light. Remember.
So I think music is a big selling point for this trailer. If you leave out the music, you're thinking, what the hell I'm watching at? And I'm also pretty proud on this work because it also it leaves a lot of room for my input, you know. So that's why I also wanted to share this with you guys. But the purpose is to present the movie in a way it gets people into the cinemas. That's the thing, and people should care about the movie, you know, feel compassionate about the film, and be prepared to pay about 10 euros to go and watch it. And music in combination with film can help with that. It can intrigue you, and even though you don't know much of a story yet, you're wondered maybe and think, well, hey, this could be interesting. Then to enlighten a bit more of the light-hearted side of music for media, I would like to show you my most recent work I did for the Click Leader, Clicks and Animation Festival in Amsterdam. And the leader serves two purposes. The first one being to establish some sort of brand identity to the festival, but the second one is just storytelling. So it's a nice combination of the commercial aspect of writing music for commercial and the more storytelling aspect. It's maybe a very light-hearted form of compassion, but nevertheless, I think it's for us it's important that the audience cares about how the story will end, and I think music can help emphasize that. So, but to show you what music actually does and what kind of magic, at least in my eyes, what kind of magic it adds to a film, I'd like to show you the leader first without music, and then I'll show you my work. it's already a bit funny because it's just it's very dry. All right. And then the version with music, and well, you'll probably hear the difference. It was great fun to work on it. And a lot of work, because it's like 1 minute, but I think I spent about 5 or 6 days working on it. And it's because you have to, every 3 or 4 seconds the style changes, the mood changes, everything is different. And well, it makes my life a bit challenging sometimes, but the result is very nice. I think it's a nice work. But it was just a demonstration, actually, of what kind of magic happens when you add music to a film. If you go more in depth, a film composer can use a variety of techniques to help the storytelling. And one of those techniques is the leitmotif. And the leitmotif helps storytelling in a very clever way. The leitmotif knows its origin from the Romantic era and was popularized by Richard Wagner, who used it as building blocks in for his operas. And I think nowadays one of the most famous leitmotifs is that one used for Jaws. I think we all know it. It's like dun 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 dun. And also the one for Darth Vader is, well, it's in part of our collective mind. So let me see. I think the theme of or the leitmotif of Jaws, written by John Williams, is so effective. In the movie, it signals the presence of the shark, even though you don't have any visual confirmation of it. And that idea makes the music work so well. The fact that you know that something is coming, but you don't have a visual confirmation. Confirmation is very genius. And as an audience, you sense the fear, and as a result of that, you'll start to feel compassionate about the character's fate. And to show you, I'll have a short clip where you don't see the shark, but you'll feel the fear and feel very sorry for what's happening to her.
Come on in the water!
Take it easy. Take it easy.
I think it's a great combination of music and image that does it. And I dare to say that without the music, Jaws wouldn't have the same success as it has today. and especially here the music supports the scene so well that it and make the audience feel fearful and compassionate about the fate of the character. It helps create tension and eventually motivates you to keep watching the film until the end of it. So, when I think of compassion, I think of people caring about a fictional character, getting genuinely afraid whether or not this character makes it until the end of the film. Having empathy with situations and people they have never encountered in their lives before. Feeling compassionate about the story in a movie or in any other any other kind of media and how this will resolve. Music and film can emphasize these feelings, and one of my jobs as a film composer is to make people care and sympathize on what's happening on screen. So basically, if I manage to get an audience feel compassionate about what's about the story or what's happening on screen, I can consider my job done well. So that was my contribution for today. If there are any questions, I would like to give you an answer for it.